Let's talk legendary farming Outriders. I know there's a lot of videos out there on the market talking about what's the way to do it, what's the best way to do it. I've got over 150 hours in the demo now, over 44 legendaries to my name, and I've spent a lot of time farming a bunch of different methods. There's 3 known methods, with 2 captains being in, yes, one of the categories. And I'm going to talk about which ones I consider to be the best. Now, obviously, I don't have all the data. One of them could technically be a little bit better, but realistically, I don't believe that to be so. So we're going to go down the list starting with worst to best, and we will break these down, teach you how to do them if you want to participate yourself, and get right into it. The newest method is one that they actually released to us via Twitter. They announced that they know that people enjoy chest farming for legendaries, and they were not going to roll that back, but what they did do is unlock the chest after fighting Gauss, who I'm currently fighting right now, to have a potential legendary inside of it. Now, this is the most lackluster method that I have noticed. I haven't actually had one of these drop myself, but they announced this change kind of out of nowhere on Twitter and said, hey, this chest can now officially drop. I would like to believe that this is definitely probably the most difficult one, not to mention because of all the loading times and the resetting. This would probably be a very, very bad method to farm for those on PS4 or the Xbox One. But for those that want to know how to do it, you head back to the lobby, you go over the story points, and you select the 3rd one down, confront the altered. Very similar to how to use to chest farm. With this, you just head up the staircase, bully old boy Gauss, and loot the chest at the end. When it's done with that, rinse and repeat, return to lobby, and do it all over again, and that's simply the method. Moving over to option number 2, we're going to be taking a look at side quests. This one I can personally vouch for. I actually got a legendary as a reward, I think only 6 or 7 runs in. It happened very quick. I continued to spend a few hours farming with no luck, but I do believe that if any of them can test the final and what I consider to be the best method, this would be it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, it's definitely the most work and annoying of them. There's so many cutscenes, dialogues to skip, and of course, you don't actually see the reward itself drop on the ground, so it doesn't feel as good. So, can you farm with this method? Absolutely. And if you choose to do so, I recommend doing it through the Payback side quest, but any side quest in the game right now. Upon completion, return to the person that you got the mission from, and they will give you a piece of item, some sort of armor or gun, drop straight into your inventory. So it's not a drop, you're not going to have an alert, you're not going to see it on your screen, hey, congratulations, you just got this gun. It's actually kind of a ninja loot that they just plug right into your inventory. And with that, I'm going to give you a couple tips for those that choose this method to farm, maybe just to mix it up, or this is the way that they want to do it. Now, the Payback Mission can be located on the crossroads. I consider it the fastest, especially if you're running the Devastator Reflect build. You can knock this thing out in about a minute per run. Now, one thing that I can give you a piece of advice is, because you are just given loot at the end of this, there's one little trick that you can notice and use to determine whether or not you've got new loot, and that is a little known fact that if you look at your inventory and you do in fact see a little yellow triangle at the top right corner of your item, it will identify that that is a new item that you have not seen before. So when you are done with the mission, you kill the boss, you run up there and return the mission to Audrey. She will slide an item into your inventory, and the only way to tell what is new is obviously by looking for that little yellow triangle, which is an identifier for you. Another little tip that I can give you for farming missions like this is that there is an auto loot key available for you. Now, these are very, very awesome because they really help speed up gameplay, especially if the loot or the key or quest item drops with a distance. So on PC, that key is H. So if the key drops way across the mission field, I can press H on my keyboard and it automatically picks up the key for me. If you're playing on console, I believe the button is down on the D-pad to auto-loot the key from a distance, and this will honestly just save you time on your runs. And that is how you do the second method of farming inside of the demo. Last, and what I consider to be the absolute best method, is the one that was originally found by myself, captain farming. Now, there's 2 ways to do this, as there's 2 captains you could potentially farm. One, I think, slightly edges the other one out as a better option, and to do this one, you collect the bottommost selection in the story points on the lobby menu. This one is going to take you right up to Shira. You talk to her, you accept her side quest, Terra Infirma, and then you go to the location and you start farming. And after you push through the area in the first room, you will come to a second room. In this second room, you have 3 priority targets. There are 2 marksmen, one that spawns on the left side that rotates to the right, and one that spawns right above the captain door. Kill both of those and the captain to give yourself the best chances at legendary loot. And then once you've killed those 3, you let the remaining enemies alive kill you as well. The riflemen and the breachers do also have a small chance of dropping loot, but nowhere near the level of what the marksmen and the others can. As I said, I've probably farmed this method successfully for around 40 legendaries personally. I can vouch that this is one of the best, if not the best method in the game currently. And out of those 40, I would say 10, maybe 11 or 12 of them have actually come from the marksmen. So that brings me to the situation. Why this one over the other captain farm when the other one is faster? And you're 100% right. The other captain farm that you have probably seen YouTube videos are absolutely viable options. You know, it's a way that you can go and run that. The downfall is, yeah, you're getting about a 5-second faster run, but you lose out on those marksmen. And me personally, I think, you know, if I'm getting 1 out of every 3 or 4 legendaries that I actually, you know, get is coming from a marksman, to me it just makes more sense to run the other mission. Are we talking like a great big difference? Absolutely not. If you just want to keep it fresh and bounce between the 2 farms, that's fine. At the end of the day, they're damn near on par with each other. One is probably a little bit better than the other, but it's not going to really mean much in the grand scheme of things. So as I said, the Terra Infirma mission is the way to go. It was the original kind of loot cave, and to this day I still think is the best option for you to farm it. And you just get in there, you get the groove, you find the fastest way. I have a bunch of videos up on my YouTube channel talking about how to bring them down and combo them. I know a lot of people struggle with Pyro and some of the other classes, but that stuff is there on the YouTube for you guys to use as tools as well. So if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Thanks for supporting all these videos, and leave a like on it if this video absolutely helped you out. I have a whole lot of extra Outriders content coming soon, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So get out there, good luck legendary hunting. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them down in the comment section below. But enjoy the Terra Infirma farm, and I guess the side quests are not a bad secondary option either. Thanks for watching, y'all.